It started with a simple observation back in October. People were going to the polls, but many didn't know what they were actually going for. Jamie Bertrand, co-founder of the Fort Bend Education Coalition, says the project was born out of a need to translate legal jargon into plain language.
So my name is Jamie Bertrand. I am a co-founder of Fort Bend VEC, which is the Voter Education Coalition. This project was born in October, about 2 or 3 months ago, and we saw the need. My partner Courtney and I, we saw the need for voter engagement, and it started with the propositions when no one knew what was coming on the propositions. So we decided to reach out and teach the propositions in plain language, just because we know how people are, how the propositions are written. It's written in legal, jargon. So we wanted to make sure that we engage and educate people to know what they're voting for.
Bertrand emphasizes that between now and November, the group is going full force ahead because, as they say, informed voters are empowered voters.
We do have several events. This is our third or fourth, but we will be having one at the end of January, and I really hope everyone can come to that. But the goal and the mission of Fort Bend VEC is to truly inform and empower voters and constituents to get to the polls. We believe that informed voters are empowered voters, and so we're here, and we're here to stay. We have a long road short road to the primaries, but between the primaries in November, we will be going full force ahead, because it's not only important to vote, it's important to know why you're voting and who you're voting for.
Voters also have the opportunity to hear straight from those seeking office, giving the community a chance to go beyond the ballot and see the people behind the names. Judge Julie Matthew, who has served Fort Bend County Court at Law Number 3 since 2018, spoke about her work creating the county's first juvenile intervention and mental health court.
Hi all, my name is Judge Julie Matthew. I'm the judge of County Court at Law Number 3 here in Fort Bend County since 2018, and it's my pleasure serving all of you in Stafford as well as the county as a whole. I am a general jurisdiction judge handling civil, criminal, probate, mental health, guardianship, and I've had the pleasure of creating the first juvenile intervention and mental health court here in Fort Bend County. I hope to have your support in the primary elections starting on February 17th. Come out and vote, make your voice heard.
Dexter L. McCoy, currently Precinct 4 Commissioner, is running for Fort Bend County Judge. His message focused on shifting the narrative from political scandal to community success.
I'm Dexter L. McCoy, Fort Bend County Commissioner for Precinct 4, and I'm running for Fort Bend County Judge because for far too long, our community has been focused on the issues of politicians and not the issues of the people. I'm running for County Judge to make sure that instead of stories of scandal, Fort Bend County is seeing stories of success, to make sure that we're taking the focus back to what really matters, our people, making Fort Bend County more affordable, making Fort Bend County a place with great educational opportunities, and making Fort Bend County that place where everyone's proud to live, work, and play.
State Representative Ron Reynolds was also present to remind voters that his work in Austin, securing funding for schools and roads, directly impacts the quality of life right here in Stafford.
Hello everyone, Happy New Year. This is Texas State Representative Ron Reynolds for House District 27. I'm proudly serving Stafford, Missouri City, and a lot of East Fort Bend. As state representative, I am entrusted with passing laws that protect not just the citizens of Fort Bend, but all over the state of Texas when it comes to how do we fund our public schools, roads, infrastructures, public safety. As your state representative, I continue to fight to bring dollars to Fort Bend County so that Fort Bend County continues to be the best place to live, work, and play. I look forward to continuing to represent Stafford and Fort Bend as we go forward. Happy New Year. Thank you.
We spoke with Courtney Strickland to tell us briefly about Fort Bend's VEC's mission. Is the goal strictly to get people to the polls, or is it deeper than that?
This is really central to Fort Bend VEC. When we started this, one of the things that we wanted to do was remind people that candidates are servants first. And so it seemed that a lot of the times there's a disconnect between what the candidate is doing in office versus what the people that they serve want. And this was an opportunity for people to have direct conversations with the people who want to represent them. You can't represent people unless you know what they want. How do you get that to happen? Not talking at them. You have to have conversations with them. Town halls are becoming few and far between. And so this, we felt, was a very good way to have an informal conversation between the candidates and the community so they can get a real sense of who these people are that could be representing them in the future.
You've said that local politics affects us immediately, much faster than national politics. Can you break down exactly how positions like commissioners or the county judge impact our daily lives right here in Fort Bend?
Yeah, so the national politics is obviously really important. There's a top-down situation with politics where it does affect you in some way. However, local politics affects you immediately. It's not like you're waiting for Congress to pass some bill and it to go to the president and we got to figure out how it's going to get ratified or enacted or any of that. These are things that happen on a much quicker scale, and they're things that are going to impact you immediately. These people here locally, like your commissioners, determine infrastructure. So the roads that you're driving on, right? They determine what things are going to get a permit. They determine what buildings are going to be developed and where. These are all really important things. There's concrete plants that are being developed behind homes that people are not happy about. We want to give people an opportunity to ask these people who are in control of these decisions, hey, why is this happening here? What's going on? They should have a say, and these people who represent them need to know what these people say. Your treasurer deals with the money. They make sure that the money that you give in taxes gets spent appropriately. The county judge is the CEO of the county. There's an emergency. We have emergencies here. We need to know how they're prepared to deal with those emergencies. So each one of these positions is crucial, and they have an immediate impact on local citizens. So that's why it matters a lot.
Most candidates are used to speaking from podiums, but this discourse obviously is very different. What is the importance of having this direct dialogue with citizens, and how important is this for your organization and the candidates?
It is really important, especially in this climate, and part of our goal is trying to get people more involved, and it's not just about getting out the vote. Jamie and I were really hung up on this idea that, okay, get out the vote is important. But what it seemed like, particularly with the 17 propositions that were on the ballot last November, we found that a lot of people didn't even know what those propositions were. They didn't understand them. They didn't even know they were on the ballot. And so you were going to go into the ballot and you were going to make your choice and have no idea what you were voting for and what does that mean. And that frustrates me. I have a background in education. I was a teacher for a long time. I'm a lawyer now, and my whole thing is like, we have to read, we have to think, we have to know what we're voting for. Do I think everybody should get out there and vote? Absolutely. But what matters most, and this is what Fort Bend VEC believes in to the fullest, is that you know what you're voting for, you know who you're voting for, and you know why you're voting for them. So yes, vote, but know what you're voting for. That's what matters to us.
For those that couldn't make it to the event today, how can they get connected with you? And what are the plans for your next events?
Yeah, so I'm really happy that so many people came out today, but we know that there are so many people that probably couldn't have an opportunity to come out. You can reach us at fortbendvec@gmail.com. You can also follow us on social media. We have a Facebook page and we have an Instagram page. You're more than welcome to follow us there. We'll be posting our future events. We do have an event planned for the end of the month that we're going to be getting out shortly. We're really excited about it. We should be able to start marketing that next week. And so that will be posted everywhere too. And we're going to try to keep it alive in all of our community Facebook groups that we have in Fort Bend, because our focus is really Fort Bend.
For Stafford Weekly News, I'm Al Morales, keeping you up to date with the community.